All right. Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone. Salutes to you, brothers on the highways and byways, teaching the truth, as we have been ordained to do. All right, we are the regeneration of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. All right, here at Great Millstone. And we've had some interesting things going on in the last week to 2 weeks. This was an article I saw from the other day, but as brothers have been watching, Esau may have pulled the plug on the world economies, and then has been backpedaling and using this newly developed virus to obscure everybody's attention. All right, that's what I think's going on. I mean, but either way, we have a massive stock market collapse occurring. All right, in global markets. All right, and then here's an article that says something about the Saudi Arabian deal with Saudi Arabia is important because they're in dealings with the Petro dollar, and they contribute quite a bit of economic stability, or in relation to the beast. All right, America and NATO. All right, with the central banks. This is basically what I'm talking about, is the Petro dollar. All right, so, but they revealed last year they had a 21% profit drop before the latest oil crash and price war. And so, but here it is, you have all these countries saying we're not fighting with one another about global positioning with the oil market. All right, but then you have Russia and China and the entire BRICS structure, which is backed off of gold. All right, the petrodollar is not. It's a fiat currency. You know, they're all saying they're not doing anything about posturing themselves, but they all are, you know, because like I said, there's a huge collapse going on. Hyperinflation is occurring, especially with the US dollar. All right, if this is what the Lord has taught us to understand about the prophecies of the scriptures, we know that martial law and that Jacob's trouble is going to be really quick after hyperinflation hits. All right, I mean, everything's super cheap right now because everybody's buying it up, but once those reserves start going away, all right, that abundance of extra supplies, they're going to jack these prices up, man. It's going to be ridiculous. There's just going to be no possible way to make it out here. All right, and so thus martial law will come to pass, as the Lord said. All right, and Jacob's trouble is what I really should be talking about. That's what's referred to in the scriptures. All right, but the first scripture I have is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And so the development of this economic situation, I mean, this has been something that's been happening for decades, but the recent development is what I'm talking about, where they're telling everybody everything's all red, everything's bad, everything's not good. Now you got so-called experts talking about the worst recession ever. I mean, they've been predicting this recession to be worse than the Great Depression. You know, and that happened close to a century ago. All right, but since then, all right, let's see. But this has been like a travail on a woman with child, you know, like a pregnant woman. All of a sudden, it just popped off. Everybody was saying, you know, what are you talking about, you guys that believe the Lord, that Christ is a melanated, a so-called African complected or African American complected individual, and you're combating the ideologies of the world, and then telling everybody you know, look, martial law is going to happen. The RFID chip is going to happen. All right. They're going to start implanting people to replace a cash society. They want to take cashless. They want cashless society to be the way that people, the elites is who I'm talking about. The governors of the world today. The elite rich banking families, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gettys. But it's basically radio frequency identification uses electromagnetic fields to automatically identify and track tags. Okay, so but this they're trying to tag y'all, you know, like cattle. All right, and like the scriptures say, if you take that chip, you know, you can't be saved. And salvation is only for the nation of Israel, or the Lord's elect, the 144,000, and the 1/3, also known as the remnant, the remnant of the Lord's people. So the rest of the nations, all the other people in the world they're gonna take this chip and most likely be slaughtered off in the form of some type of mass genocide. All right, because these world governments, man, they really don't have people's best interests in mind. They've just postured up a society. I mean, looking back on earlier monarchies and things like that in Esau's world, you know, they've ruled people off of you know, rape, robbery, and murder. All right, and then the fear that's come with that, and the stigma behind that, as them as a people. All right, these Edomites, so-called Caucasians. All right, that's what they call themselves today. All right, so it's starting to pick up here. We're seeing the economic effect. Let's see if we can't go into another article in the business. And then they got the U.S. aspect of it too, where it's like domestically they've been extracting shale out of North America. All right, which has been a profit for the beast. All right, the beast economically. But this has been something that's just dropped dead too. All right, and so it looks like the market died, and so they released a biological weapon. That's what it looks like. And then I saw articles the other day about a spokesperson from the Chinese government saying that they caught the Americans talking about patient zero before it was even in Wuhan or something like that. So what that would mean, you know, is that Moab's on Esau's ass, wondering why they let off a chemical or biological weapon in their country. All right, because the dollar died, and so to combat the BRICS system, the Chinese backed yuan and the BRICS and the ruble, the gold-backed ruble. All right, they had to tank the world markets. All right, because there would be an instant change of power there. Shift in economic control. The Saudis know it, or all these other world governments know it, and this is a big part of what the Lord's talking about when it's going to be like out of nowhere for the people that are in this country. You know, they've kept everybody lulled asleep with this wage slavery and bread and circus. All right, that's what they feed us on a daily, bread and circus. A lot of it's propaganda, a lot of it's not even true. But the rest of the world's in the know, all right? And then we also know that Europe right now is in pretty much martial law. You know, they're saying they're letting people go to the grocery store, all right, et cetera, but that's it. Everybody else, they have to be inside, and they're enforcing that with the military. It's going to be happening in America here soon. All right, once that hyperinflation hits, except they're not going to be able to control this shit in America because there's way too many guns and way too many people of different types and backgrounds in America. It's like a big ass melting pot, and they knew that. They designed it that way so that when it pops off and blows off, the elite families already knew that America would just be a giant wasting pot. All right,